Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another episode of Free Pattern Friday. Yay, Free Pattern Friday. I've had this idea kicking around for quite a while. Now, this center block, when it's just by itself, is called Puss in the Corners, but I decided to do a triple play on it. And Barbara Bachman's calling it Irish Chain. So whether you want to call it Triple Puss in the Corner or whether you want to call it Irish Chain, it's up to you. But this one is such a good, fun scrap buster. It's a lot of low volume, so your eye has a place to rest. It's, you know, you could do this all different colors if you wanted to for the colored bits. It's so fun, and it's easy to cut out. Easy to cut out. So it's kind of beginner friendly. But okay, before we get on to anything else on the block, let's do our shout out. Our shout out here is Ivory Blush Roses, and Lisa at Ivory Blush Roses. Now she does crazy quilts, you know, with all the weird little angles all over the place. And she does the most amazing embroidery. Oh my gosh. I saw it and I was just like, oh, okay. So you guys got to go check her out. Now her YouTube channel is going to be in the show notes below. Just really, really cool what she's doing over there. And give her some love and encouragement. And tell her, of course, that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. She doesn't know this is coming. This came from, I think, one of the admins. But anyways, you got to go check her out. So hers is there. Now, we have a Facebook group, and it's a virtual sewing room in Discord. We also do like sharing pictures, asking questions, all the rest of the stuff. But we have this virtual sewing room. That is so much fun. There's people in there almost every day. And it is just, they're having a blast, right? And they're actually, because they're sewing together, they're actually becoming friends. They also do fabric exchanges by country, so sign up depending on what country you're in. You know, like the Australians have their own Ship It group, but we have access to the lady who runs that group, and she will send you an invite to the, if you're in Australia and you want to do a fabric exchange there, she'd be more than happy to include you in the group. We just have so many things going on. Fabric exchanges by country. We do Saturday snippets, Thankful Thursday, what you working on, denim quilts, like all sorts of things. Now today is January 20th. I put a poll requesting information from our Facebook members on what they want to do next on Wednesday once the Chaos Sew Along is done. And they came up with, I gave them a choice of Spring Fling with strings. Yes, we're going to be using our strings. Spring Fling with strings, or Quilt Bingo. Quilt Bingo is a 25 patch, okay, couch throw, right, or Chesterfield throw, depending on what, you know, country you're in. And then Spring Fling with strings is a queen size quilt that I'm going to be putting out as a pattern. And it's going to be fun. You're going to be using a lot of strings up very quickly, and I hope you guys find that this is, you know, the great one to get rid of all those strings that we're all collecting. So that's the poll. So I want you to tell me whether you want Spring Fling with strings or Quilt Bingo, right, in the comments, like when we're doing on the YouTube, right, because that would help us out too, right, to let us know what kind of content you want to see. Also, you're going to find the Zoom sew dates. Right now, we're up until May right now, but once we, you know, settle out plans, camping trip plans with the grandkids, then we'll go right to December. You mark it on your calendar, and if you don't feel like sewing that day and you want to bring your crocheting, bring it. It's a great place to come hang out and laugh and talk and get to know all sorts of fun people. And I do try and bring something simple for the day so I have a chance to visit with everyone, right? So that's a lot of fun. Also, share, like, and subscribe. Over half of you, our analytics are telling us over half of you aren't subscribed. And it's like, wow, we're happy, so happy that you're watching. But it would be nice to have new subscribers. And also, you guys, make comments. Comments helps drive our analytics and pushes our video forward. So if this is kind of like the free content is here, and if you guys want other people to enjoy it too, well, that's what you do. You share, like, and subscribe and make a comment. Whether it's just a heart because we know life is busy, or, you know, whatever you want to say, right? I mean, it's just, we're so thankful that you're commenting, and I love hearing for you. Also, I speak for free to quilting groups and quilting guilds, and I talk about elements of design, making charity quilts, and using scrap fabrics, and we just have a fun time in there. The people in those quilting guilds and groups are so talented. I'm always so impressed when I talk to them, and I hope they like my speech too. Also, shout outs. If you know you found some new person, or you found, somebody that's just starting out on YouTube, right? And you think, wow, they deserve a shout out because they're pretty good. Let me know. My email is in the about comment on the YouTube page. Look for about, and then go in there, and there's the email address, or you can let me know through Facebook. It's all good. They're not going to get a shout out right away, but we will add them to the list of shout outs. So, come on in. Let's get to the sewing. Okay, we're at the sewing machine, and the first thing we got to do is assemble the middle. And we started on this block from the middle out. And this middle is like this here, and it's a 9 patch, essentially. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to line up this little 9 patch. And we're going to sew it together. There. Yeah, it was kind of interesting on this one. When I was doing the research on it, I was like, okay, Puss in the Corner is just a very simple squares in, squares that fit together, and have, square corners and little, these pieces here, little rectangles, that kind of thing. A very simple little block. Now, I'm just going to pick up the rest of this. I'll show you in a sec what I'm talking about. But, there we go. Very simple. This one's easy to cut out too. I was like, wow, I thought, oh, with all these crazy, 2.5 and 2s, and this is gonna be, no, it was fast. It was really fast. I was like, wow, that was so fast it actually surprised me. Okay, and another leader ender. Now, so when I lay out this block, just like so, right? Ugh, it's not going to lay out now. Okay, it's not going to lay out now. That's Puss in the Corner, this block right here, right? But let's get this finished. I'll show you in a second what happens. So, Puss in the Corner is one of these very beginner-friendly blocks. And normally it assembles like a 9 patch, but it's not really a 9 patch. It's an uneven 9 patch, I guess. There's another way of another thing that they call it. And it's just like, it's kind of confusing. It must be confusing as heck for beginners to come to the quilting world and have all of these blocks called so many different things. Really, when you think about it, I mean, there's several different ways we can call this block, or what we call this block or that block. Some of the blocks in the Barbara Bachman Encyclopedia, they have like 14 names. It's just, it's amazing. It just amazes me. So anyways, now, we're going to push this one the same way. Now I'm pressing to the dark, so I'm pushing away from the light. And I just got that down. There we go. There. Okay. Now that goes up. This goes down. There we go. All right. There. And another leader ender. Yes, there's a lot of these. I have oodles and oodles of these. Okay, so this is our Puss in the Corner block. An uneven 9 patch. Essentially, this is 2.5, and these are 2, and this is, 2 by 2.5, right? Okay, so now I have pushed them to the light, or, you know, push them away from the light. Now I can swirl these corners here. That's the way I've sewn it, that, you know, like I've pressed to the dark kind of thing. That's the way I've sewn it. But we can swirl this so now the center will lay absolutely flat. That is just so nice to have that center nice and flat. Okay, so now we put it back, right? And this thing is going to lay flat because all the back seams are swirled. So now let's put on this. Okay, we can do this. Yeah, we can do this like a 9 patch as well. So let's do this as a 9 patch, an uneven 9 patch. So the next round is also an uneven 9 patch, right? The next 2 rounds actually are an uneven 9 patch. Yeah, I was thinking of all the crazy things, you know, new quilters have to learn is all the names, different names of the stuff. I think of people like me thinking of, you know, oh, let's do this and let's do that and let's, you know, let's change this, and now I have something new and I call it something different, and oh my God. Yeah, I can imagine why these new quilters are going to standardize this stuff, will ya? Give us our names, Just want a name. There we go. Another leader ender. Sometimes you end up with some very cool effects when you do triple plays, right? I mean, sometimes it's just really an interesting block, you know. And the time you sit down and go through it, it's really an interesting thing to do. Okay. Now, oops. Yeah, that's going in. That goes in. And there we go. Now we sew it the other way. This one is perfect for, you know, if you were taking a bunch of this to, let's say, a retreat, because it's simple enough to do, right? You could chat and, you know, have a great time at your retreat. Okay, so this, okay, this goes, all right, the first one we're going to do is we're going to do it the same way we did the last one. We're going to press to the start in the first round. Okay, oops, get that needle all the way down. And you just move your needle up or down on my machine by just, oh no, it's going to go this way. Okay, that's going to look better that way anyways. Okay, well, we'll press out from the center then. Okay, here, that goes out. There we go. Yeah, these are good ones to take to places, so you can sit and sew and not think, because you could stack up, you could cut actually an entire quilt and do all the centers and then do all the next rows and then do all the next rows after that, right? I mean, it's that kind of a low, you know, you don't have to have all your wits about you while you're sewing. You can just make something, you know, nice and still join the conversation and, you know, a good time. And have your good time. Okay, what is this? Oh, that one going that way. All right, that one's going that way. That one's going out as well. There. There we go. And now we got the next bit of center done and another leader ender. Yeah, we're gonna have fun with this. There. Okay. Next up. Okay. And I'm just going to finger press this all into the direction I want it to go. I want it to go away from the center, right? So now we have yet another uneven 9 patch to deal with. And we're just going to take it like that. Run it through. The last round is all by And how easy is this to web, right? By uneven 9 patch. I mean, this is so simple. This is like, wow. Now, a nice, fun, simple block. You know, there's a lot of low volume within this block, so it's a restful. The design gives your eye a place to rest. And I didn't put white in this block. I decided to go with a very cream beige kind of a look to it. So I figured, okay, because I don't know about you, but I'm not fond of white quilts, like where they use white, lots and lots of white. I'm just like, oh gosh. I have a cat, and sometimes the cat goes outside, and the cat brings in half the garden on his paws. It's not fun. Not fun to wander. Yeah, I know. I love them though. There we go. And another one. There we go. And another leader ender. Oh, we're going to say that all the time. For the rest of my life, I'm going to say another leader ender. I even say that when I'm not sewing on camera. I'm even saying it now, like to myself, when I'm here by myself in here, and I'm like, wow. Okay, so I'm pressing out that way against, pressing out and away from the center. Okay. So now I flip this over. Okay, there. Oops, line it up. There, take your time, line it up, because otherwise it looks funny. Okay. There. And I'm just going to clip this so I can nest it really well. I'm not worrying about where it is. There. And there. Oof, come on. Yeah, I sewed all my neutral little bits together to try and alleviate some of the disaster that was in my white or low volume crumb bin. And it was like, ay. Okay. Finger press that one straight out, just like that. And last row, last bit. Yeah, the crumb bin, the white crumb bin was just about exploding. And now I've got it more managed, but it's got a lot of fabric in there. I had to move some of it out. Okay, so now. There we go, and that goes in. That's twisted nicely. There we go, right to the end. There. And another leader ender. There. Now, I'll just give it a quick finger press here, and I'll show you what I did. Just to recap all the ironing. Okay, so what I did in the center, these, you know, I did it as an uneven 9 patch, these ones here. I was able to swirl my seams, and I sewed it pressing to the dark, right? So the dark was going in on itself like here, and then when I swirled it, now it's going to lie really flat in the center. But when we got to the second and third round, I pressed away from that center block, and that, for some reason, makes this block lie a whole lot flatter. So that's just a tip for you. So let's give it a good press and we'll get to our ta-da moment. Okay, so this is our Triple Puss in a Corner, or Irish chain variation, or whatever they're going to call it here. This one was so much fun and very, very quick to cut out. It used up some really lots of scraps that I've had in my room for a while, like the low volume. But it's kind of cute, I think. It's kind of cute. It kind of works. So this one was very simple. You get some really interesting effects when you take a regular block and make it 3 times, right? Like within itself 3 times. So this one was kind of fun to do. Anyways, I do hope you give this one a try. And it was fun hanging out with you today and chatting with you. I hope everything in your life is going just wonderfully. Okay, so you guys take care and stay well until we see each other again. Okay, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.